record on this.
All right.
Hi, everybody. I'm with Amy, Warrior Princess, right?
Yes.
And she's, I've been threatening to have her on the show. I think you were on before, or was I on your show?
You were on mine a long time ago.
Okay, so she's a very, very nice person, and she's going through some place to live energy. Hold on one second, girlfriend.
All right.
So there was a little GoFundMe I put on my page, and I'm going to put it on again. It's to help her because she lost a lot of her items in a flood in her storage, and just to kind of help her get on her feet. So this is the Amy that I'm asking for help, because a lot of people don't know who I'm asking for, you know. They like to see the person.
Yep. That's
Listen,
me.
girlfriend,
Hello.
we got a lot of questions, so we'll just ad lib it. We'll just go along. So Yisi says, do other world leaders see and appreciate what Biden has done for America? I heard a strong yes.
Oh, yeah. My guys are like, oh, hell yeah.
They kind of look at America, though, especially with the Trump issue, like, are they all really that stupid? I remember when Bush won the second term, and I don't know who, a friend of mine, or if it was my family in Europe, and they were all like, why would you vote for him again?
Yeah. Because I have friends in England, and they tell me, it's like, why would you guys vote for he who shall not be named?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't.
They look at Biden as a strong.
Yes.
Well, yeah, he's old, but he's a powerful energy for him. And they like the way he communicates.
Definitely. He knows what he's doing. He is.
Nine of Swords tells me that they're kind of making up stuff in their head. Americans are like thinking, they're over worrying about Biden. Just go take the step.
Yeah. Don't worry about his age. Don't worry about this and that. He is a strong, healthy man, and he can do what he needs to do. Don't worry about it. Just let him do what he needs to do. Stop it. You know, that's what my guides are telling me. My guides are like, tell it like it is, and they're telling me, do not fight this man.
Yeah.
Let him do what he needs to do, and everybody needs to stop worrying about it.
One of the words my guides always use is honor, and he is a man of honor.
Yes, he is. He always has been. And and I don't know why, but I'm using the fairy deck from Radley Ballantyne, and I got the Six of Summer, which is like a return to the past, which is like what we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Biden is trying to get us. Oh, thank you. As soon as I said, I don't know what this is, and they're like, come on.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is a return to the past, and this is what they're trying to do right now. It's obvious now, sorry.
Right.
But they don't see that this is what Biden is trying to fix.
Yes.
Okay. Biden is trying to fix it, and people are like, well, he's too old, he's too this, he's too that. Well, I don't care. Again, it gets back to let him fix it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And look at what they're comparing him against, the Orange Menace. He is. He goes down to the UAW. He goes down with the actual union workers. What's his face? goes to a non-union place. What's his
oh,
face acts like he's for veterans. He voted between him, Lauren Boebert wrote something for the veterans. I mean, they voted no on mostly anything to help the veterans. And they're going to close this economy down
I
within a
know.
week. And that's supposed to help our veterans? No.
No, no. I can tell you right now, my nephew, who was in the Marines and always will be a Marine,
Yeah.
he, he is ticked off
Is he?
that they're getting ready to close the government, close it down.
And not
And
pay
he,
these men and women.
yeah, he's ticked off. And he is a Republican, but he's ticked off.
Okay, that's good.
And not happy. My dad is not happy. He's in heaven, okay? My dad is in heaven and he's not happy.
But certainly he gets a little peek and can see that this guy's going down.
Oh yeah. My dad knows he's going down.
Yeah. This
And
is
my dad was a staunch Republican. He was very into, but now he is in heaven and he can see what's going on and he's like, I'm
start off with
sorry.
Reagan, who cut the rich people's, cut their taxes. And then how did he make up for it? He taxed Social Security for the people who really
Yeah.
can't afford that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he is not happy with what they're trying to do with Social Security and Social Security disability because he knows what my mom and I are going through and he's not happy. So, oh, okay.
What?
Um, my dad said that he's working behind the scenes to help uh
You go,
the
Pops.
yeah, he's working on behind the scenes to help the military and to help with the Social Security disability because of, yeah, he's working behind the scenes.
Good,
It's like,
good.
oh, okay, thanks, Dad.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, this is a quick question. Gary asked, will DeJoy still be leaving the post office? I was predicting a while ago, and then I saw him working with the new people that came in under Biden
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
actually not being such a jerk like he was with Trump.
Yeah. He
And
has to be.
yeah, I see him making it happen, but do you still see him there? Let's take a look, see.
I don't.
Yeah, he's not going, he might not be feeling well, or he might have some heart issues that take him out.
Mm,
Interesting,
yeah.
Biden did get rid of him, but he went to order a whole bunch of gas postal cars and Trump changed it to electric by executive order. So you know what? Trump can change anything this guy tries to make happen.
That's true. I just,
Well,
yeah, I don't, um, sorry, hang on. Oh, I just, as Mel says, I saw my psychic light bulb go off. Whenever I'm talking and I stop in the middle of a sentence, that's them
that's what
talking to
happens.
me.
Sometimes I'll hear it and I'll turn my head.
Yeah. They, I think I heard sometime, I don't know when, but sometime next year he'll be gone.
Okay.
Um,
Just say it.
spring.
Okay. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what popped in my head.
So this is a good question. Sally GH. Hi, Sally. I recognize her name. Do you see Netanyahu ever being tried in an international criminal court for his actions in Gaza?
I just heard a yes. What about
I
you?
heard a yes too. I would have not even guessed that, but I feel it might be a year or two from now. I feel him being taken down, so he won't be,
Mhm.
but they're going to go back and arrest him because he was warned, even by President Biden. You have to
Mm,
follow the rules of war, and they
yeah,
didn't.
he didn't. No, he didn't. He's
So,
breaking so many rules. He's gotta be. He's gotta be he's gotta be put to justice.
yeah,
You know.
justice will come for him. Look at
Yeah.
this, the justice card.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the King of Swords says he will be put down in justice.
Hmm.
Somebody was talking about him on one of the
Yeah.
news stations, and they were saying that even back when Clinton, this guy worked, I think, with Clinton, and he said Netanyahu, all the way back then, would never take advice, would never take the advice of anyone.
No, no, he doesn't. And now it's gonna kick him in the butt
It's going to kick him in the butt.
because Biden, you don't mess with. Um, and I eight of spring.
Okay.
Stress that comes from having many things happening at once, stressful multitasking, sudden events or changes, and this is Netanyahu, and he's having all this stuff happening, and then it's all gonna kick him in the butt, and he's gonna be like, "Oh crap!" And I'm like, "Well, dude,
He is so hated. I don't know if he'll be sent out lightly. He might be tossed out.
oh, he'll be more than tossed out. I think
Yeah.
not killed,
No,
but
I feel,
no."
and then I feel that I do see two states. So eventually we'll
Hmm.
have two states, but I do see he will pay a heavy price
Oh yeah.
for continuing after they begged him, don't bomb hospitals, don't do this or that. You just can't trust any news coming from him and or the Hamas, because Hamas lies about numbers, etc.
Oh, that's true. And oh, I have to tell you this. That comment I put on in your comment section in one of your videos that
Yeah,
you did with Mel. Oh my God. The one where I said I was verbally attacked by the bus driver. Remember that?
I don't remember. Give it to me again.
Okay. I was on the bus a few days ago, right? And the bus driver was saying, was there any elections today? Because it was election day. But there weren't any elections in our town because I live like right here at the bottom of Michigan, okay?
Okay.
Right on the border of Indiana and Michigan. So, and I said no. So because I live on the border of Indiana and Michigan, it's a very red town, okay? Very red town. And they started talking about, well, I'll be glad when Trump is president, and I'll be glad when Biden is out, and uh, I'll be glad when we get a different president. And I'm like, well, I know who I'm voting for. And I said, and the bus driver goes, "You're going to vote for who? Biden?" And I was like, "Yep." He goes, "Was that a yes?" And I said, "Yes." And he says, "Well, he's crooked. He's done nothing for him." Blah, blah. And he just started yelling at me at the top of his lungs
Like the
while
great
he's
gray
driving.
magas are. Yeah.
Yeah, while he's driving, he's just yelling at me. And one of the people behind me, they were whispering under her breath, but I could tell she was talking about Biden because I heard her say Biden. And And he was just yelling at me, yelling at
Did
me,
you tape
yelling at me.
them?
No, I didn't. I didn't think about it. Um, because I was just like, holy crap. And I stayed as calm as I could be. And I was like, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. But I could feel animosity from this man. Being an empath, I felt the animosity. I felt the anger. I was like, get me out of here. And I'm trapped on this bus.
Yeah,
And everybody else on the bus were Republicans too. So I'm like, I'm trapped on a bus full of Republicans. What do I do?
yeah,
So, and nobody else would look at me. And the people who were talking to me and everything during the day were now looking at me, were not looking at me and treating me like I was a leper. And I'm like, this is not cool.
yeah,
This is not cool. So I was just like, okay, I'm not backing down from my opinion. And then he's like, well, name one thing Biden has done for this country. And I did. And
what'd you
he's
say?
like, I told him about the infrastructure bill. And he's like, well, that didn't do anything for the infrastructure. Blah, 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 blah. What? Okay. Your opinion.
Yeah,
But I just stayed as calm as I could. And I was like, get me off this bus, get me off this bus. And I just got off the bus to get my hair done. And I felt so bad about it. I was like, oh God. And then one person in the comments, bless her soul, Alana, I love you. Thank you so much. She said, you are such a brave soul. You truly are a warrior.
yeah,
And she said, it reminds me of the story of Rosa Parks.
yeah. Because they were just going to berate you, even though this low life Orange Crush does nothing, nothing, lies, cheats,
Mm-hmm.
and boy, they just love him, and he could care less about them. That's
I
the
know.
people giving
And
the
I,
Social Security money. But too bad you
yeah,
couldn't have taped him and send it to the big wigs for the bus company and said, I don't need this.
I know. I didn't think about it because it totally took me off guard. I was like,
I can understand that. I can understand that. It's like that
so
time Brad Pitt came up to me and laid me a big one on my mouth, and I totally forgot to tape it, but I can only tell you guys about it. It was wonderful.
I know, but I did what was right. And, I can only do what's right. I'm not gonna not do what's right.
Yeah.
So they can believe what they want to believe. I don't care. But that's why I want to go where it's blue.
We would fight for the sake. I remember a teacher telling us this years ago. I will fight for your right, for your opinion.
Hmm.
Don't take away my right. And that's
Yeah.
probably something you could have said to, listen, I'll fight for your right to say what you feel, but don't you bully me and talk down to me because I have a different opinion.
Yeah. It's like now we don't have a right to
It's a
an
good thing I
opinion.
wasn't on that bus. That's all I got to say. Oh, hell no.
Yeah. But I think I held my own quite well.
You did very well, girlfriend.
Thank you.
So this was Mel's show. So your comment was on Mel's page. So that's probably why I didn't see it.
Well, I put it on Mel's and I put it on yours. I was like, I wanted them
Oh,
both to
okay.
see it because
I
yeah, it
didn't
was
see it,
just
but I'm glad you
oh,
told me about it. Yeah, good for you, girlfriend.
thank you.
High five. I was just telling Danny, I just did a show with Danny, and I said, Danny, I cannot see reasonable Americans loving their family and their children and their freedom voting for somebody like this. they're gonna put you in camps if you dare not think the way he wants you to think.
Yeah. He's a piece of work. And I'm telling you, I'm not changing my opinion for nobody.
So Dakota says, question, will we see a leveling of the cost of medical care and prescriptions? Absolutely, yes. I don't think it's going to happen till after 25, though.
Oh no. No, it's gonna keep going up for a while, I think.
Yeah, because Biden feels like he's unable to really do what he'd like to do. You know, the
Oh yeah.
Republicans vote against anything to help others. They, in the meantime, like that Congress who's off on holiday when we got a budget we got to do, they got their care.
All the time.
Every time they go to vote to say, okay, Congress, you don't come up with a budget, you don't get paid too. It never goes through because they won't let it. One day that will go through.
Oh yeah, when we have control of both. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
will happen, by the way, people.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mary Moran says, there's no psychic who can identify or even describe the January 6th bomber who didn't. They planted a bomb, but it didn't go off. Did you ever get a hit on that?
No, I never did.
I think they know.
They know. They're just not letting people know.
I think it's somebody within the offices.
I wouldn't be
Somebody,
surprised.
it's not really an outside, it's somebody that knows. It could even be, everybody thinks it's MTG, but it could even be Josh Hawley had a friend that did it for him. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This will come out later. This is after January 6th when Trump gets done and dusted and he's found guilty. You're going to watch the subpoenas flying out like boom, boom, for all the people in Congress who were seditionists.
Yeah, but for some reason our guides don't want us to know. And I don't know why they don't want us to know. They just don't want us to know. Otherwise we know.
Clear. Sometimes I get it so clear, and sometimes it's like but I feel what they've always said is in time, you'll know.
Yeah. It's not our time to know yet.
Dakota wants to know if we're going to see better funding for education, ranging from teachers' pay and resources. Absolutely, yes. Teachers within the next 2 years will get comparable pay, like nurses and firemen.
Oh yeah. They deserve to get paid better now, but no, not yet.
My son's girlfriend, she initially wanted to be a teacher, and then, it's like a lot of work for what?
For just a piddly little bit of money.
Yeah. Okay. Does Jack Smith have an informed opinion about what is hidden in Ivanka's grave? Trump's wife.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
I don't feel he knows.
No, he doesn't know.
They may open it down the road after Trump is dead, but I don't feel he knows.
No, even if they wanted to do it now, they can't because Trump is alive. He'll throw a stinky fit.
Yeah. I think Jack is just he's biting at the bits. And don't you guys worry about Florida, even though this, alleged judge. That's what they're saying about this Speaker of the House. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. That's like asking someone who just got out of medical school to do brain surgery. He does not know what he's doing.
No, he doesn't.
Let me tell you something, Amy. You can tell me if you disagree. They close down this government, you might as well wipe the Republicans off the face of this would be the end. You think that Roe versus Wade was the sleeping giant awakened? They closed down the government and hurt these young men in military and all these people that need the government. Do you remember when Trump closed it down before? And he even refused to give them their lousy 2-point-something cost of living. They don't need it. Well, guess what? A lot of those people didn't vote for him.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. And I'll tell you, it was pure hell, that whole month that we were closed or whatever.
Well, also, you know, they didn't touch Social Security. Social Security,
Nope.
let me tell you something about Social Security, ladies and gentlemen. If the
They
United
can't
States
touch
government would pay back the billions of dollars they took out of the fund, we would be solvent. They took
Mhm,
billions. I think it's 2 billions total out of the Social Security fund, and then try to
mhm.
act like, oh, you know what, we just need, no, you need to pay us back.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll tell you this because I've actually done research and looked it up. It's like when the government closes, they still have to pay us our checks. They cannot not pay us.
Okay. So
They
they have,
cannot
well,
not
with the
pay us.
last closing, you know, I'm on Social Security and I still got my check.
Right, right. Because I've looked it up and I've asked Social Security. I've called them up and asked them themselves, and they said, with even though the government closes down, we still pay because it has to happen.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a law.
Wow. I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah. Basically, it has to happen. You can't keep people from their checks.
Yes, yes. So
So
I feel that you guys, I'm so sorry to tell you. Let me just throw 3 cards on this. I think
that's all right.
I think the government's going to close down. Might not be. Yep, look at this. 8 of Swords. He's not going to be able to move. He's being worked against on all sides. They cannot come to a conclusion. Everybody and their neighbors telling me they think Jeffries will be the speaker. If they close this down for 2 weeks, 2 months, I think some of the Republicans from Biden places are going to be so mad they would actually turn the table and vote for Jeffries just to get this done. You don't feel that?
Uh, I'm just shaking my head on it closing down for like 2 months.
Or
No,
2 weeks
I'm sure
or 2 days?
it becoming Jeffries, yeah. But
Because
I'm
it's
shaking
just
my
cray cray.
yeah. I wasn't shaking my head on Jeffries. No. What
Okay.
I was shaking my head on was it being like 2 months, like maybe I'm thinking maybe two
We
weeks.
That's what I saw too. So could be 2 days. It could be 2 weeks, but it's going to be enough that people are furious.
Yeah. But sorry, I'm sorry. When when my guides are talking to me and you're talking and my guides are talking and I'm like,
Yeah,
so
it's good. You got it.
sorry.
Yeah. So now listen, this is the J form, Jorm, JORM. How bad could the awoken huge volcano in Iceland get? You heard about the Iceland volcano, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I just as soon as you answer, I heard it won't get too bad.
That's what I'm hearing too. See, it's beginning, it's creeping up, and they've had a lot of earthquakes. But look at that, don't
Hmm.
worry. Look at that, the 10 of Cups. People will be very
Right.
glad it was not an Armageddon explosion.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh I don't know who this is. Susan says, well, Bob Casey win in Pennsylvania in November of next year. Who's Bob Casey? Do you know?
No, I don't. Look him up.
Let me look him up real quick. Bob Casey. American lawyer and politician, who is senior United States Senator from Pennsylvania since 2007. I think he'll win. Well,
So
Bob Casey win. Yep.
is he oh, so he's Democrat?
Yes.
Casey. There you go.
I think so. Is he Democrat? Yeah, a member of the Democrat Party.
Hmm. My guides keep flip-flopping. They're like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I'm
He
like,
might have a
"When-"
tight one then, but
I'm like, what are you guys doing?
they do that sometimes. Now, listen, I heard even though Roe versus they got an abortion policy in Ohio, and by the way, a lot of the people are getting voted out. They decided, no, we're not going to listen to what the voters said. Did you hear that?
Mm,
So what's
yeah,
going to happen?
not happy.
Look, don't worry, it's going to work out, you guys.
Yeah,
The
it will.
Timberwolves will see you through. You might even have to take it to the Supreme Court because they can't have voters say one thing and then they say no.
No, you can't. You have to go by what the voters say.
Yeah. Somebody asked, will taxes ever be taken out of Social Security checks? And I see that happening, but it's several years away.
Several years. I mean,
I
several.
think they'll go by the amount of money you make. Let's say you have a fat pension, they might still include it. But people who only have their Social Security checks won't have to pay.
No, no. Like me, I only have my Social Security checks. They won't
Yeah.
take the money out.
Okay. MJW, will Al Franklin ever run again for political office?
I heard yes.
Whoa. He still is a little upset about what happened in the first place. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And that woman, remember that woman that was, this is unbecoming. She wants unbecoming. Take a look at Trump. And it was a fake picture. It wasn't even for real. He wasn't even touching her body part.
Yeah.
I was so mad he stepped down. But here's a change of heart. So yeah, he may run again. Ooh, what about Carrie Lake?
Oh, don't even get me
Burger.
started. Yeah, don't even get me started on her. Nope.
She's gonna fight like hell, but she's not gonna win. She's
No,
gonna
no.
look at this. She's gonna lose worse than she did for governor.
Mm-hmm. She's just gonna say, forget it and just give up eventually.
Right.
Because finally gonna get it through her thick skull that nobody wants her.
Yes, yes.
Nobody wants her. So she's gonna figure out that she ain't all that good.
Yeah. Same thing, different day. So
Mm-hmm.
what do you see a possible war or major conflict between Haiti and the Dominion Republic?
Oh, I
Ooh,
just heard a yes.
yeah, it might happen next year. Fortune's fate and endings. Interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that answer.
I know.
You
Those are the
have,
best ones.
yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. This is a good one. Thank you, Equus.
Thank
Manchin.
you, everybody, for these questions, by the way.
Yes. Manchin.
Oh,
Nothing burger. I feel nothing burger.
no, 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 no.
He can start the no labels party. It's a nothing burger. Actually,
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
hurt Robert Kennedy more. Manchin is he's not going to win. I can tell you that
Nope.
much.
Anything that
You'll be
has,
surprised about the little amount of people that show up for him at his rallies.
well, anything that has him associated with it will fail.
You know, it's so funny because I saw him on some show and he said, mark my words, if I run for president, I'd win. I also felt, and I could be wrong, somebody handing him an envelope, like, tell you what, here's a payout. You come out, we'll be able to put a Republican in that seat. But let's look at Republican actually gets that seat? Will the Republican get the seat? People will be putting a lot of money into it. Ooh,
I
tennis
just heard yes.
doors.
Huh?
Now,
Oh,
I saw yes,
yeah, I saw
but
yes. I
it's
heard yes.
okay because we get other seats.
That's true. I mean, we're not going to get all Democrat.
It just, you got, like you said, look where you live, and those people are just set in their ways.
Hmm.
And you got red, red, red.
Yeah, but Michigan is a blue state.
Right. But you're down there where Indiana is. What is
Right.
Indiana?
Indiana, where is Indiana? I'm
No, what is
Michigan.
it? Blue or red?
It's red.
Okay.
It's red. And because I'm so close to Indiana, red people bleed into because there's cities all along the border or towns all along the border and they bleed into those towns.
Right. But this government shutdown, a lot of these Republicans are going to try to blame Biden, by the way, like they always
Oh,
do.
yeah, they
And a
always
lot of
do.
these Republicans are blaming Biden for Palestine
Oh,
being
yeah.
killed. And even though Biden is telling Netanyahu, stop it, follow the rules of war, somebody was saying, if I'm not voting for him, so okay, don't vote for him. Who are you going to vote for? Trump? You
Yeah,
think
that's
we
another.
got worries now?
Oh, yeah, that's another thing he was yelling at me about, that it was Biden's fault about Palestine.
Oh my God.
And I'm sitting here going, what?
That sounds like Trump. He blames everybody for everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
But
on a rally talking about how he did something for the vets. That was Obama that did that.
hmm
Just
hmm
lies. He just spews the lies.
I didn't say anything because I knew it wouldn't do anything. So I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, okay.
So here's the last question.
Right.
Will Ohio Republicans lose seats in the state legislature in 2025 because of their hostile or threatening response to the passage of the constitutional amendment? I heard yes, clear as day.
So, oh yeah, I heard a screaming, yes.
Yep. Ooh.
Like, woof,
So
woof,
a
woof.
lot of disappointments. They will be cut out. They're going to try some sneaky stuff too.
Oh, when don't they?
And look at this. That almost 8 people will have to go.
And they'll be filled in by Democrats.
Democrats. They're going to lose it just like what was that one? Bashir's, not Bashir's. Who thought they were all that in a cup of tea?
Oh,
Was that Ohio?
yeah, that was Ohio.
Oh, well, then we already got more people in there.
Oh,
We took
okay.
over. Remember, we have the majority now.
Well, that's true.
But
But
before they get sworn in, these guys that are in there now are trying to act like whatever the Ohio voted for doesn't mean anything.
yeah, they're trying to act like their poop don't stink.
Or like I used to say, hot poop in a champagne glass. You're nothing but a cold turd in a Dixie cup.
That's true. But I also wanted to ask you real quick. I wanted to ask about Cannon, Judge Cannon.
Oh, she's going to be going off. Listen, he will be found guilty of this big time, and he's not going to win the election. So he's really, this may, because Sterling's always said he sees him exiting stage left.
Right. Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know
me
if
too.
it's that or he just can't take anymore, like he might keel over, but I feel like it'll be found beyond a reasonable doubt that Trump sold our intel to others.
Oh, yeah. But whatever happens, it's like I never worry. I never
don't
get worried.
worry.
Me neither.
My
It's like
friend Dan, the one that looks after my comments and stuff, he says, I don't know why, Linda, but I have this calmness.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
whatever.
Yeah,
People
me
writing
too.
me, tell Andre that this astrologer says that Biden's chart is worse than Trump's. I'm like, really?
Okay.
And another woman, a couple of Vedic astrologers, or one Vedic astrologer says, Trump is going to win. I said, back when, before the 2020 elections, there was two men that were astrologers. I can't tell you who they were. I accidentally landed on their channel. And they had their charts and they were talking. They had like 225,000 subscribers. And they said, hands down, Trump is going to win. Look, this is here. This placement's here. Absolutely, Trump is going to win. And he didn't.
Nope, he didn't.
So, I mean, we could be wrong. We could be wrong. But I just have that strong feeling like they gave me the last time. Like, no, that they're not going to let, because if Trump won, it would be, I hate to say it, it'd be better if Nikki Haley even than Trump. But Trump's not going to, Trump is losing. Biden will have another chance.
Oh, he will. He'll win. And then I think Kamala will step in.
She'll step
And
in.
when that she'll step in. And when that happens, watch out, peoples.
Look out. Well, sweetie, it's wonderful talking to you on this beautiful Sunday.
Oh, it's been wonderful.
I've got to go
Thank
meet
you.
my peoples. I'm having to pick a card for my members and prayers.
Of which I am one.
Okay. All right, sweetheart. So thank you guys for watching and thank you for your question. This was fun.
Oh, it was
I
fun.
enjoyed it.
Me too. Well,
Right.
thank you for having me.
Thank you, honey.